Going? Okay. Alright, my name is Mark Linsky, and I'm going to talk about the javelin throw. There's potentially multiple phases. I'm going to boil it down to just four. First being the grip, and then the start and carry, and then the approach and transition, and then I guess basically delivery and recovery. So the grip, there's kind of two concepts for the grip. Some people suggest holding the javelin in kind of like a frog position, or others suggest holding it in more of a back of the hand position. Either one has its benefits. This one's going to be a lot more, has the potential to be a lot more accurate. This one can throw a lot more torque. Okay, so that's basically the grip. And then the start and carry. For the carry, you want the javelin to be behind you with your hand facing upwards, and that will allow any potential impingements of the shoulder to be released upon, and basically will allow for a fluid transition into the delivery. And so the next phase would be the approach into transition. The approach, you want to, for an advanced javelin thrower, you want to be between 13 and 17 steps. So you can measure out your steps beforehand, but keep in mind that it's awkward to run in the start carry position. It's awkward to run like this with the javelin behind you. So play with it first before you count your steps to be exact. And lastly, so the approach and transition would be about 13 to 17 steps. And the approach is basically just making sure your steps are right and you're gradually getting up to ideally full speed before you reach the mark. Now when you reach the mark, or when you reach, I guess, when you're nearing the mark, you're going to have the javelin back here behind you, and you're going to be transitioning to make sure that the arm is as far back behind you as possible, and the torso is going to open up as you're coming. You're going to be letting the javelin come as far back behind you and open the torso up as much as possible. And so that's kind of the transition phase. And then the delivery is when really instead of just opening it up and just finishing, you got to have a specified delivery phase. In this phase, you want the javelin to go, instead of just kind of up and around, you want it to come up through your ear, leading with the elbow, and then finish almost somewhat similar to a shot put. So it's going to come up, lead with the elbow, come by the ear, and this is different than if it were to just come kind of around, because that's going to lead to the throw coming out like that. Instead, it will come up, lead with the elbow, around, and then kick it hard at the ending, and let your body follow through. That being said, the recovery involves stopping before the line, so be very conscious of making sure that you stop your weight before you reach the line. This is your weight. You want to make sure that your recovery allows you to transition your weight without going over the line. So the idea with the approach is that you want to get as close to approach into transitions. You want to get as close to where the line would be for your recovery, but without going over it. And the transition delivery, you want it to be as efficient and strong as possible. If you come through like this, you can see the advantage of just slinging it, but it's not very accurate. So you want to make sure that it comes off clean, and just like that. So again, in summary, you have the grip. The grip options are back here in the back of the hand, or the frog grip. Start and carry is you're going to have to start running and have the javelin behind you, and then for the run and approach, you're going to be running with the relaxed shoulder position with the arm behind you, and between 13 and 17 steps. Transition and delivery will be the transition of the body with the delivery, bringing the elbow up and the arm near the ear, up through the ear, and finish. And that is the javelin.